No one expected Milan to become part of the WNBA storyline this quickly or this globally. Caitlin Clark was supposed to be adjusting to professional defenses and navigating the pressures of a rookie season in the Women's National Basketball Association. Instead, cameras flashed thousands of miles away at Milan Fashion Week, where she appeared front row at Prada. Athletes attending fashion shows isn't new. But timing is everything, and Clark's appearance came as a brand momentum was already accelerating. Following her high-profile partnership with Gatorade, many assumed her next move would remain within the traditional sports endorsement lane, footwear, apparel, or performance gear. Instead, she stepped directly into the luxury space, a realm that typically aligns itself with long-term cultural influence rather than short-time hype. Luxury brands evaluate trajectory, longevity, and global resonance before extending invitations, which made the optics of Clark's Milan presence feel strategic rather than celebratory. Seated among celebrities, designers, and international figures, the moment signaled positioning on a broader stage. The WNBA has produced iconic champions and cultural leaders for decades. Players who sustained and elevated the sport through challenging eras. But this felt like a different kind of breakthrough. Not necessarily louder, but wider, expanding the conversation about women's basketball into entirely new global arenas.
It is. This is relevant because it is what is happening with off-season Caitlin Clark. Like, this is as relevant as anything going on in Unrivaled. And at least tomorrow there's some games. When does Unrivaled end next week? Does Unrivaled end this week? When do they go to Miami? I don't really know. Like, the Unrivaled final. So the last regular season game is Friday. Tomorrow at a reasonable hour. Hive, Lunar Owls missed vinyl, which is irrelevant. And the Rose played a Phantom, which is kind of irrelevant again. So Saturday, and the final is on Monday. Is it? Or is it on the 4th? No, sorry. The semi-finals are on Monday. The quarterfinals are on Saturday. Ah, yes, there's 2 quarterfinals. So the Hive have the
Caitlin Clark wasn't simply representing Indiana, or even just the Women's National Basketball Association when she appeared in Milan. She was stepping into a broader global cultural lane. And when an athlete crosses into that space, leagues begin recalculating. Modern sports organizations measure far more than points and assists. They track brand expansion, international search trends, cross-market engagement, and corporate alignment. Clark's appearance at Milan Fashion Week, particularly at Prada, generated attention well beyond the traditional basketball ecosystem. European media coverage increased, luxury audiences engaged, and fashion platforms amplified her visibility. That represents a different tier of influence, one rooted in cultural integration rather than purely athletic performance. Her earlier partnership with Gatorade had already elevated conversations about her commercial ceiling and retail traction. But Milan added another dimension: crossover appeal. Cultural integration expands, and athletes reach beyond sports fans to lifestyle consumers, fashion enthusiasts, and global brand communities. When that kind of expansion happens, it subtly reshapes industry dynamics. League executives aren't necessarily alarmed, but they are attentive because rapid international growth around one player can accelerate broader strategic shifts, marketing priorities evolve, global partnerships gain urgency, and long-standing ambition for international visibility suddenly feel more attainable.